If you see the countdown.
I do.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we are live. All right.
Awesome.
I always
Welcome,
get so excited
everyone.
when we're live. I'm always cheering because, like, oh, it worked.
We're live.
Welcome to the Women in Business Collective, where we talk with exceptional leaders about their journeys and about the challenges that women face on their journey to the top. These are things that I've been helping women with for the last 18 years. I'm Susan Baroncini-Mo, and I'm one of those rare coaches who have been working with women for that long. I don't look that old. I am. Anyway, what I love about this show is I get to work with women like our guests every single day and see how inspiring they are, see how hard they work. And this show is an opportunity for me to share them with you. So my guest today is Terri Gallagher. She's the founder of Gallagher and Associates, a gig workforce solutions consultancy firm near and dear to my heart. She made it her personal mission to elevate the gig force industry by leveraging a trademark ecosystem model that includes best of breed talent. Hi, Terri. Welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome. It's actually Gallagher and Consultants. I do have associates, though, so it's close enough. Well, I'm thrilled to be here, so thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about where you are now, where you work, what you do. Like, we know where you work, but tell us what you do exactly, and a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, so I started this consulting firm about 3 years ago, and I come from the staffing space. And really, I wanted to change the model of how we deliver solutioning around helping companies manage their gig and contingent workforce. And there's been an explosion in talent technology. Clients have gotten much more sophisticated. So some of the older models around helping companies put structure and process around their temporary labor needed to change. And so I went out to change it. And the reason for that is we're using so many more gig workers and contingent workers, and there's this explosion of technology. And I really wanted to step in that space in a really innovative and thoughtful way and be very technology forward in the way that we help companies get their arms around their contingent gig, IC labor. And the other piece of this is that it's a critical component now of a company's workforce. Talent is a lifeblood of your company. And in a couple of years, we're looking at 40 to 50% of our workforce being gig, contingent, independent consultants. So I help companies put processes around that and integrate that labor into a total workforce, because today there's not much difference between gig or contingent or permanent. It's all much more fluid. And so that's what we do. And it's been a wild ride, I will say that.
And so tell us a little about your journey personally. What made you decide to go out on your own? Where were you before? How'd you get here?
The truth is, I was fired. No one ever wants to say that. And I had a lot of creative ideas. I don't think it was really a fit for the culture that I was in. Mm-hmm. And they actually said, I don't think we're ready for you. And I have nothing but gratitude for that company, because I was able to then create this company and really step into my space and step into my power and be my authentic self. Mm-hmm. And be innovative. And so that's what started this journey. And then it's just been a lot of learning since then. I think that you can get mentors and you can read books and you can have people give you advice, but you really got to kind of put your stamp on everything. And so I learned things the hard way. But it's been a phenomenal journey. And I continue to learn. In fact, I think the biggest lesson for me is the more that I evolve my company, the more I realize just like how little I know. And I feel like I've actually arrived at a place where embracing that is what's going to grow your company.
Yeah, that's so true. So what are some of the challenges that you struggle with? I ask this to every guest because I think my clients always find it so empowering to hear that other women who are successful, who, we all look around us and we compare ourselves and we think, oh, she's got her act together. Oh, she doesn't have any problems. And we're wrong. We all have challenges. We all have struggles. And so I think it's so informative for other women to see the struggles and the challenges that you have been through. So are there some challenges that you are willing to share that you've been through along the way to where you are today?
No, definitely. I think the biggest part is just getting my mind right and shutting down that little voice that says, you need to try harder, you're not good enough, who's going to buy from you, who are you to go up against the biggest staffing companies.
Yeah.
And I think too, with women, we're really kind of socialized to be collaborative and be cooperative and to give and to support and to help everyone. And I think in personal, that's a phenomenal thing. But the biggest revelation for me is that in business, that can hurt you, because someone once said that business is war. And that sounds so aggressive, but the reality is that, every day there's somebody looking to take away your business, to take your clients. So
Yeah.
how you kind of operate in that model and be competitive and protect your intellectual property, but then also infuse that kind of feminine energy around creativity, collaboration. I was telling a huge client the other day that we've been talking to that I love my clients. There's genuine love there. And they started laughing because who says that? Who says that in business? And I think that that's a very feminine thing. But the reality is, business is personal. And yes, it's competitive. Yes, you got to kind of put your boxing gloves on and jump in the ring. But I think that there's room today to infuse that also more feminine approach around some of those traits that attract people to want to work with you and that bring in business and that get results, because it's still people that you're working with.
Right.
So I think the biggest life lesson for me was calming the crap in my head and kind of just ignoring that and listening to that smaller voice that is the powerful voice. And then also just kind of stepping into business in a way that was authentic to me and my personality and taking the mask off.
Now, what advice do you have for other women in business?
I think don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait till you've got the right marketing plan. And because my first business plan was shot to hell 3 months, after I started. So, and that I got like help to get that done. So I think start imperfectly. If you've got an idea, you don't have to wait for the aha moment and the angels to come down and speak to you. If you've got something you're kind of excited about, just start. Just get out there and start putting something together. And the other thing is learn to sell. Selling is so important. You don't have a business without clients.
Yes.
I didn't know how to sell. I'm still learning. I have an amazing coach who's helping me with that. So you got to learn to sell. You've got to really believe in what you're doing and just go and make mistakes and break things and get embarrassed and get back up and just keep going.
Awesome. Awesome. Terri, where can people connect with you?
Well, you can reach me at my email. I am pretty much 24/7 these days because we have some global clients and we love them and we want to respond to them. Terri at GallagherandConsultants.com, or you can go to my website, www.GallagherandConsultants.com. If you've got any questions or want to learn more about how you can manage your contingent workforce or use more of the contingent workforce to up your game from a workforce strategy, I'd be happy to chat with you about that and how we can help.
That's great. And we'll have that link in the show notes for today. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having me. I love this forum and I love that you're putting this out there. And I think that more women need to jump on and really talk about their journey and be authentic and transparent. It helps everyone else.
I agree.
Right? When you're having a bad day, you're like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. Because there's so many people out there saying I'm crushing it and it's going amazing and,
Yeah. Well, it's amazing to me how often when I'm talking with a client, she'll say to me, I can't tell anyone else this because no one can know that I have a challenge. No one can know that I struggle. And my answer is always, but everyone struggles. And it's fine to keep it close. It's fine to keep it private. But at the same time, I wanted other women to know, look, these women are successful. These women are doing the things that you're doing. They are being open about their struggles. It's okay. Not everywhere. You don't want to go everywhere and tell someone, I have, imposter syndrome. I'm struggling with this. but it's okay to acknowledge that we all have those little demons, and they're often just a little tweak away from being repaired or managed. So interesting stuff.
Agreed. And I think to add to that, even with your clients, obviously you don't want to share everything, but showing that little bit of authenticity and vulnerability. And we've gotten some very large clients coming in from a very authentic place. So I think that that will resonate as well as you try to build your business, is they'll see that you mean it and that you're really in it to win it and you have passion and you're not afraid to say, I don't know something. That builds trust. They know that you're going to take care of them.
Exactly. Well, there it is, ladies.
Thank you.
There you have it. Thank you, Terri, for being on this show.
Thanks for having it. And thanks for having me, Susan.
All right. That's it for today, my friends. I'm Susan Baroncini-Moe. This has been the Women in Business Collective show. I do these shows most weekdays at 9:30 or 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, depending on my guests' schedules. If you think you might be a great guest for the show, or you know a woman who's a successful business owner, a woman in the C-suite, or a high-level executive, visit us. Come to womeninbusinesscollective.com. It's womeninbusinesscollective.com. So you can learn more about the show and how you can apply. That's it. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.